Two more games to get to, and we'll do those in Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai. We'll get to the Falcons and Bears, but we start with the Saints beating the Rams 27-20. How we do this is we're in the newspaper editorial office. Chris does that with his mouth. We got breaking news. What's the headline for Saints versus Rams, the 7-point victory?
La La Land. Ooh. See ya. It's night time.
Oh.
Bye-bye, Rams. See you in 2023.
This is it.
Yep.
We're done.
Good night.
They're
Dr. La
officially
La
in your
Land.
mind. We've said it before.
Yeah.
We go, we don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now you're saying for sure it's done. It's over.
It's done. It's done. They're a physically beaten football team. It's too much to overcome. Now you got Stafford in the concussion protocol. They're getting to the point here where they got to be careful about where they go with the future of the team here, just as far as just not letting him get killed. He got killed yesterday again. He was phenomenal early on the game. I mean, made some huge passes, huge plays in the past game while he was getting killed, but there's just nothing there. And, we talked about it. Their defense is really good, but that was a tough matchup for them with this team because this team's got some balance, and when they do have a little bit of an aggressive attack in the passing game and they're healthy at receiver, this is where, I've been a little bit hopeful of the Saints. The Saints have some things about them that I like to make me think, hey, they could have been competitive in the playoff conversation. They might be too late now, but this is what the potential, their run game, and they can kind of control the line of scrimmage there. And then, Andy Dalton and the offense looked like they cut it loose a little finally yesterday. It's the one thing that bothers me about them. Just not enough playmaking in the passing game. And they got that out of Chris Olave yesterday, that's for sure.
21 of 25 for Andy Dalton, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. It was his first game with 3 or more touchdown passes and no interceptions since 2019 with the Bengals. So just when you're about ready to write off Andy Dalton, what are they doing? Put Jameis back in there, maybe even Taysom Hill. Andy Dalton brings you right back.
Yeah, played a great game.
He did.
I mean, he really did. Big plays, was efficient. I mean, that was one of those where, when you saw Stafford go down and you went, oh, man, he's not back in, and then the Saints kind of, were hanging around, and they took the lead on the Landry pass down the middle. You're kind of like, well, they look like they're in total control of this game. I don't think they're going to be able to do much with Bryce Perkins at quarterback and mount a comeback. And, basically the Saints kind of kept their foot on their throat, and that was that in that football game.
Yeah, it's a head scratcher for the Rams.
It really is. It's rare that you see a team that went to the Super Bowl kind of just fall apart like this.
So it's their worst start. They're 3-7 since 2011. That was the final year of Steve Spagnuolo.
Wow,
that was even before
the Jeff Fisher era.
Right. So they have not been this bad to start a season in a long, long time. And you mentioned that it's Matt Casey was out here, and he was like, "When is the last time a Super Bowl champ looked like this?" Because a lot of times we do see it. It's not uncommon to see it with a team that loses to have that hangover, but for the champ. So Pete's done a pop quiz here.
Let's see me think here.
Who was the last Super Bowl champ to finish with a losing record the following season?
I want to say.
Don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm not even in the documents here. I'm on NFL Jesus. All right.
Okay, all right.
So. I'm all right. So right off the bat, and don't tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm right. But if I'm wrong, don't tell me the answer here. I'm going to say it's the 2016 Broncos after the 2015 Super Bowl win. I'm incorrect. So they had a win. We're going losing record.
Losing record. Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
They were 9-7.
Oh, so they went
9-7.
Damn. Okay. Hold on. Hold your horses there. Wow, I'm really choking my ass off here. I'm going to say it's the 2006 Steelers.
You got to go back 3 more years.
3 more years? Is it the Buccaneers?
The 2003 Buccaneers.
The team I was on.
Famously drafted defensive end Dwayne White in the second round.
Right.
As Pete notes.
Yes.
Who'd they get in the third round? Did they get anyone in the third round then?
Yeah, my man Dwayne White out of Louisville is my buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in the third round, they made the greatest pick in the history of their franchise. Better than getting Brady in free agency or anything.
Yeah. So you were part of history. You don't remember
history.
that. Yeah.
Well, you're right. I mean, I didn't get there yet in my mind as I was cycling back through the years. I think that would probably been my next guess because, yes, I was there, and the teams that won it before Pittsburgh were New England both times, and they never fell off there. So I would have got there eventually.
So are there similarities with that team?
No.
And this team?
No. Our team was like It was a lot. It was drama. It was more Super Bowl drama. Keyshawn, we released him in the middle of the year. We started, I mean, people were talking about us going undefeated. We had some crazy losses. Some losses where you were like, whoa, like, I mean, the Peyton Manning coming back from 21 points with 4 minutes left in the football game.
Oh, yeah.
That was against us, right? We had a game against the Carolina Panthers where they blocked 2 field goals and the extra point to win the game.
Oh, man.
Right. I mean, we lost some games where
Yeah.
you were just like, I was sitting there on the sidelines that year going like, is this the NFL? This shit is crazy. I mean, how the hell do you win a game in this league? I mean, I really was. It was an amazing experience in a year, but yeah, it was underwhelming and a lot of drama for sure.
How many games you win that year?
I think we were 7-9, maybe.
7 and
Yeah.
9. You know, Rams might be lucky to win 7 games.
I know.
So you might still
I
have
know.
them there.
Right.
Not great. One more game to talk about. This one was not great for the Bears, although they started out with a lead. Falcons came back and beat Chicago 27-24. Your headline for this game is?
Defeat. Falcons. Hurricane Dicka can't beat Hurricane Cordero.
Absolutely right. We did see the Ditkas there.
Oh, there they are.
They were there.
Look
It
at
was
that.
a bachelor party of like, how many Ditkas is that? Wow, we
I
didn't
don't
see this
know.
on the broadcast.
Man.
We're showing the Twitter picture
How
of
much do
them.
you hate those people right there?
I hate those guys. Each and every one of them.
Each and every one of you.
18 Ditkas.
Ahmed doesn't hate anybody, but he hates anybody dressed in Chicago Dicka
I hate the Bears, which is why it's bad because I kind of like Justin Fields.
I know.
You know, it's
All
like
right.
but I hate the Bears,
Yeah.
and so I have to hate Justin Fields, and I have to hate all those 18 Ditkas. And then afterwards, the Falcons tweeted this. They go, "Sorry for ruining your Bear bachelor party," because that's what they did. They came back and won. You mentioned Cordero Patterson had a 103-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, his 9th in his career, the most in NFL history, and that was a turning point. Falcons were down 10, then they were down 3 after that, and then edged out the Bears by 3 in the end.
Well, he had fumbled the series before that to let the Bears go up 17-7, and you're going, man, the Bears, they're in control here. You know, Atlanta, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep pace. And, you know, Justin Fields was looking good, and you're just going, okay, here we go. And then he returns that kick, and you just go, oh, okay, all right, we're back in the game. And then they get a stop, and then they make a nice little clutch drive to get the field goal at the half. And, you know, then it kind of felt like they were in control of the game for the second half of the game. And, it just, hey, it was a coin flip type of football game that Atlanta's very comfortable in this type of game.
Yeah.
You know, it's the Mike Vrabel in them, I feel like, with Arthur Smith there. But their run game, they're, again, another one of those teams where the formula can't vary. If we get outside the formula, they get blown out or get dominated. But if we can run the ball, right, and not make many mistakes and stop the run usually, then, hey, we can win the football game. Now, stopping the run wasn't easy in this one because this group in Chicago can really run it. But, yeah, good win by the Atlanta Falcons. And Justin Fields, as amazing as he was, man, another game where it took a lot of hits.
Yeah.
And I'd like him to be careful a little bit.
Yeah, his 5th straight game with a touchdown pass and a rushing touchdown ties Kyler Murray for the longest streak in the Super Bowl era. But, yeah, he had to leave the game with it looked like an injury to his
Shoulder,
non-throwing
something
shoulder,
there, yeah,
but
right.
didn't look great. 3rd straight loss by 3 points or fewer for the Bears. So they've been in these games. I give them credit, but you're right. The Falcons figured out ways to win these games, and I think Arthur Smith's pretty good.
Hey,
He does some
agreed.
creative stuff with not a whole lot of talent.
No, it does. He knows what they are, you know, and then they just have a toughness about them to where, as long as they're not too outclassed by the talent of the other team, you go, they're gonna hang in there and make it interesting because he's gonna have the proper game plan, and he's incredible in situational football, just like Mike Vrabel is. So another team that's not sexy, and I don't imagine them being in the playoffs, but. They're one of these teams that's going to hang around and be scary and probably upset a few teams' playoff hopes as we go along here. And it's remarkable because you just look at it and go, I don't really know there's no marquee thing to talk about with the football team. The passing game is meh. Kyle Pitts almost got hurt yesterday. That was like the most scary thing for them. His knee got a little banged up. But, it's smash mouth and defense kind of just hangs in there, and they found a way to get it done. And again, Chicago,
yeah.
I'm still excited about what I see in Chicago.
Sure.
And I do think they're building something that has a chance to be damn good in the future.
Falcons are going to be the team that the final couple weeks of the regular season, we have Steve Kornacki in the studio, and they're going to be the team that's still on the list. You're like, they still have a chance to make the playoffs? Yeah, they're in the hunt. It's like, we haven't written them off yet. I'm like, no, they win out. They're a playoff team.
It's amazing. And I want to pull up their schedule just to kind of see what it looks like here down the stretch.
Happen.
Washington this week.
Ooh.
Yep. Steelers. Bye week. At Saints. At Ravens. Cardinals at home. Bucks.
I mean,
yeah.
Who knows?
Kornacki early phases of being on the show. They're still in the hunt. I think at the end of the year, week 17 or 18,
written them off.
They'll be out of there.
And then, as Pete reminds me, they will be in Requiem for a Team when we bury
still they'll never be dead.
Playoff teams.
They'll never be dead.
They're dead then.
They're dead then.
We revive them.
And then you'll talk about their draft positioning and then bring them back alive.
Top pick power rankings. We do all that for all the bad teams here. We got one more game to talk about, but we'll do that in our next segment. As I close, that was Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.